are your top Canada news today under 3 minutes. The Bank of Canada has kept its key interest rate unchanged at 2.25%, its final decision for 2025. Governor Tiff McCallum says the rate is at the right level to keep inflation near the bank's 2% target, despite some added costs from tariffs. Air Transat has kept flight cancellations to 18 after preparing for a potential pilot strike that has now been averted. The affected flights include destinations to Mexico, the Caribbean, Peru, Europe, mainly from Toronto and Montreal. The airline and the union representing 750 pilots reached a tentative deal Tuesday evening, avoiding what could have been the third strike in Canada's airline sector in a year and a half. Canada has added 4 new groups to its terrorist entities list, including 3 online extremist networks accused of using gaming platforms and social media to recruit youth, spread violent ideology, and encourage real-world attacks. Maniac Murder Cult and the Terrorgram Collective have been linked to cases in Canada, the US, and Europe. US prosecutors say the alleged leader of Maniac Murder Cult had even discussed a mass casualty plot in New York City involving a plan to hand out candy which had poison to racial minority children on New Year's Eve in 2023. Experts are urging families to monitor online activity and report concerning behaviors, especially as these groups often target teens. Brampton Transit is facing a loss. A $26 million drop in fare revenue this year, largely due to federal changes limited international student visa. The city says this has caused a 20% decrease in ridership, reversing gains that were made since the pandemic. At current service levels, Brampton is running a $2.8 million monthly deficit with a projected year-end shortfall of $17.5 million in 2025. Mayor Patrick Brown calls the drop quite alarming and says it's linked directly to the federal immigration policy adjustments. City staff have already imposed a hiring freeze and will review programs and services to manage the deficit, which may continue into 2026 if the situation doesn't improve. Next, we go to Alberta. As they push towards independence from Canada, lots of big strides being taken. The government has amended Bill 14. The bill originally gave the Justice Minister power to decide which citizen referendum questions could go to court if they were repetitive, effectively letting the minister choose which questions moved forward. After backlash, the government removed that clause and also scrapped a 5-year ban on repeat questions. Meanwhile, Premier Daniel Smith faces a recall petition in Brooks Medicine Hat, joining 20 other UCP, MLAs, and 1 NDP member. Manraj Grewal, Prime Asia News.